Hi folks, this is your first experience of programming. I've loaded up an application called NetBeans. To find NetBeans, you click down here and type in net. You see an icon here, you click on that, and eventually the actual thing will pop up, and this is NetBeans itself. It's called a IDE, which is an Integrated Development Environment, IDE, and it basically means it's one place where you can do some coding, and we'll be using the programming language of Java. To make a brand new program, you click on File, then click on New Project, and when this window pops up, it should automatically be selected on Java, and also Java Application. If it's not, change it to make sure it's on there, and then you hit Next. At this point here, it's asking for a name for the program, so you have to give every program you create a name. The first one, I'll just give it my own name. My own is Matty, so I'll put in Matty there. Not a great name, but it will do, and then hit Finish. Oh, before I hit Finish, you'll see by default it's been saved on the C drive of the college network. You can change that to some other place if you want by selecting Browse. Wait a little bit, and then look for the new place. I'll go to this PC. And I've got a few places to save it, and as a student you will have an O drive. I've got an I drive here. So I'm going to go into my I drive and save it here. And as you can see, it's changed its location, and it said it'll make a folder called Matty as well, which will contain the entire program. So I'm going to hit Finish now. What it's doing right now is it's creating various folders and files that will be the actual programming project called Matty. And once it is done, the change on the screen appears, and you'll see on the left-hand side, it should say Matty here and also up there. And if you can't see all of this, there's a little plus box there, which then expands this to show you what's inside this Matty project. And inside there, and I'll keep going. And here I have a file here called matty.java. And if it ends in java.java, that means that's the actual program itself, the actual code you get to type in. On the right hand side, you'll find another window. In this case, mine says Start Page, but also says Matty. I click on that tab there. It says matty.java, so this is that there. This is that, right? And this is the basic code you get to see. Right now, the text is quite small, so I'm going to zoom in so we can see it a little bit better by holding down the Alt key and using the mouse to scroll up, and that zooms in for us. I can move these about as well by dragging them around. Some go left, some go right. There you go. It won't get rid of the whole thing, but I don't want to get rid of the whole thing just now, so I'm just going to go over there. And down here is also another bar to move things about as well, but I'll keep this one up a bit. I want to see this thing called output later on. What we're looking at is the basic skeleton, or the basic piece of code they provide by default. Now you find these / and stars, and then // You want to get rid of these. This is just additional stuff we don't need. So I'm going to highlight that and press the delete key and delete again to bring this line to the top. So it says package and then Matty. Matty is the name of the project I've created, so it should say package and then the name of your project. Again, there's more of these slashes and stars. I'll delete that too. Make some more deletions there to get rid of the blank space. I don't like the blank space, I'll get rid of that too. And again, there's some more. Yep, there's a lot of blank space in there too, which I'll also get rid of. Again, I'll delete that too. There we go. It's going eventually. And you'll see right by default, I've got my flashing cursor here, and it's highlighted this opened kind of bracket here, and this one here is also highlighted. That means they're linked together in some way. If I click away from it, it no longer highlights them in different colours. I've got, it says here 7 lines, right, of information here. And what I want to do is take this one here, and I'll zoom in a bit more so you can see exactly what it is. Look at it there. It looks like a bow, from a bow and arrow. That looks like a bit like a bow. I'm clicking on that there, and I'm going to press Enter so it moves on to the next line. And this one here ties in with that one there. There's also one over here. I'll press Enter, and this one here ties in with this one here. So we've got open curly bracket, or we can say the word parenthesis if you want to. I prefer curly bracket. And we also have a closed curly bracket as well down there. And this has the same open and close. So these are linked together in some way. That's why they're changing colour as they get highlighted when I click near them. I'm not doing that, it's doing it for me. After this first one, I put a space in. You can put a couple of spaces in, I like one space, then 2 forward slashes, and you put in the words start class. This means this is the start of something called class. Here's the piece that says class. So straight directly below that, I'm saying start class. Now these 2 forward slashes, it grays text out, and what it really means is it's not code. So you're allowed to put any you want after 2 forward slashes. Now down here I'll do the same, except I'll change it to end class. So I know where this one starts and that one finishes. The reason why I might do that is simply because you might find that you've got lots of lines of code and it's very hard to distinguish these from those and all the other ones you might add in as well. You add in lots of these things eventually. So it's best to see where one starts and where one ends. I'll also put it in here as well, and I'll say start main. The reason why I've said main here is because the bit above it says main as well. So start main, then down here, end main. I've got another piece in here I don't want, so I'm going to highlight that and delete it. And my flash and insertion point, my little cursor is right here, and this is where I'm going to start doing my code. Right? And what you're looking at right now is the basic shape of a program. You notice that it goes in a bit, then it goes back again. The reason why it goes in a bit and back again is because I'm using the idea of columns here. These 2 open and close curly brackets are in the same column, and this set as well is also in the same column along with this bit of text. Same with this one and those bits of text. You have to use columns to make it easier to understand where things are supposed to be positioned in code. It's almost like you're formatting a document. Imagine you were creating a report, you would make a heading, make it bold, or maybe use a different font, make it larger. Okay, this is similar. You're formatting your code straight away, and you keep formatting it the appropriate way so it makes it easier for people to read. Right, and what I'll do there is I'll stop this video, and I'll create another one with some more commands.